Hey guys, so I wanted to show you something really interesting about this place that I only discovered, I would say it about a month ago. And you can actually tell that the guy who owned this property before me was a gun person because of these interesting discoveries that I found. Um, I'm almost wondering if there are more of them that I haven't found yet, and I'm sure there probably are. Um, and a lot of people will frown upon me showing this, because they'll probably say, well, now that I know where you store your guns, I'm going to steal them from you, or somebody's going to come over to my house and do that. Well, I don't live in the city or suburbs. I live out in the country right now, so I'm not too worried about stuff like that. And yeah, they'll probably say, well, now the ATF or the government knows where you put these things. I'm not that paranoid, and I don't really care, and I don't mind sharing some of these discoveries that I found that I'm actually using myself now. Um, so I'm going to start off with this gigantic mirror right here. Um, and forgive me, my closet is kind of a mess with other kind of lights and lava lamps and stuff like that I kind of mess with. But this thing I actually just recently discovered like 2 or 3 months ago, um, and there's a giant mirror right here. It looks inconspicuous, right? Like you wouldn't really think of something like that. But the mirror, I don't really like. I wanted to take it out of here. It's been in there for the year that I've been in the house. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this mirror off because it's kind of dumb that it's next to my fish tank. Well, look what I discovered when I try to take the mirror off. Move the stuff under here. When I took the mirror, I grabbed it and was going to like lift it off, thinking that, well, look at that. So the previous owner installed this giant mirror right here, cut out the drywall, and there's holes in the 2x4 right there. Actually, I don't think they're 2x4s, but they're holes for small rifles. Interesting, isn't it? Now, spot number two is the bathroom. Well, one day this was like 2 weeks ago, I actually discovered this. I was messing with the drawers, putting stuff in there, cleaning them a little bit. And you know how vanities, they have these drawers on the top that you can't really touch or move. You can't like pull them out or anything. Well, this one, look at this. Ta-da. He took that off and actually put hinges on it, so it can, like a quick flip open and pull the gun out. Um, there's a few other things that I found in the house. Let me turn on some light. There's a few other things I found over here. I was actually rearranging the couches and stuff that used to be over here. And there's a vent that's underneath this couch right here. And I actually thought it was just a normal vent for an air conditioner. But when I started to, close the vents, because I don't use the AC on this side of the house, it fell on the floor. And when I looked, there was another holster down there for a gun, a pistol. I don't know what kind the guy used, but there was a hidden compartment down there to hide guns. Now, I'm not going to go into my basement and show you because the basement is pretty, how should I put it, disgusting from the previous owner. He was a pig. But in the basement, when I was messing with the push-up ceilings, there's like disgusting old, like, office building push-up ceilings down there. When I was taking the push-up ceilings off because I'm going to drywall the ceiling instead, when I lifted one, guess what fell down? There was a bag of ammunition in there and another holster. No guns, of course, but the ammunition was still there. So it was a bunch of 9mm ammo. And there's another spot right here that I wanted to show you. And this one is not really a great hiding spot, but you would actually think that this is just for like the plumbing and stuff like that in the house. Well, when I took this panel off, there were two more holsters in there. So the previous owner who sold me this property didn't actually collect his holsters for some reason, but he was getting divorced, and the house was, on sale, and he had to sell it really quick, and I got it for a good deal. But the basement is down there, and on top of that compartment over here, the one underneath my couch, and there was the one behind the glass mirror and the bathroom. So I pretty much repainted this entire house and did all the light fixtures and all that stuff a long time ago, and I still haven't found anything else. But I guarantee you that I'm probably going to find more hiding spots in this house. And I think that's a pretty good point. Some of you carry your gun with you at all times, even in your house. I don't. I think that's a kind of silly sometimes, but that's just my opinion. But this guy, he hid guns everywhere. And there was another spot in my barn, which is down there. You can't see it because it's dark, but there was another spot in the barn in the workshop where it also had another false wall, and it looked just like the one over here with the mirror when it had holes through it, for like a rifle and stuff like that. So this guy hid guns everywhere. There was another spot I found on the property. I'm not going to show anybody because I'm probably going to use this one myself, actually. But in the woods, when I was walking around, it's kind of near this mercury vapor light over here. But I actually found a vent coming out of the ground. And I'm like, what is this vent? And so I'm noticing that it's actually a really flat surface where this vent is. And I'm wondering, is there like a bunker down there? Maybe I'll show it one day. I won't show you where exactly it is, but it's over in that general direction. And I decided to follow the vent, and it came down to like a little mini bunker / storage area. It was actually an oil, what do you call it? Like an oil or gasoline thing, that they put under the ground at gas stations. And he had like a solid steel door on it, and it had a padlock on it. I broke the padlock and I opened it up, and there was a couple benches in there. There was a kerosene lamp. And I also found some ammo boxes, the steel ammo boxes. They were empty, but they were still in there. So that's actually a really cool spot that I found. So I guess it was his kind of safe room in the house. Yeah, that's a pretty cool spot, I thought. So this guy definitely hid guns everywhere. He, hid ammunition everywhere and all kinds of kind of secret little places in this house. The last spot that I will talk about is in the basement next to the water softener that's down there. I noticed that the concrete looked a little bit off in that specific section, and when I grabbed it, it was like a fake concrete wall that opened up, and there were more places to store guns and ammunition there. So this dude was, maybe in my opinion, a little paranoid. I know he was former military. He was a Marine. And I'm not trying to say anybody who stores guns around their house is paranoid or whatever, but this dude was like ready. You know what I mean? He was like ready for something to happen. There were guns everywhere. Not guns, but the holsters and, the ammo boxes and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to use these spots in the property myself. Maybe it's a good idea that I should, put certain things around certain areas. So I guess, like I said, people are going to frown upon it, me telling you guys the 10 different spots in my house that, could potentially hold firearms, and now I'm going to be robbed and stuff like that, and don't tell anybody what you have. I'm not that paranoid. I don't really care, but I thought it was interesting that this person came up with these little, hiding spots. So anyway, thanks for watching.